morning. Let me turn this down a little bit. So, we are waxing gibbous Sagittarius today. Look what my cat just did to my planner. Luckily, this is the demo smoothie covered planner that I'm not actually using, but I use it so that as like a demonstration, so that I don't have my clients' information on there when I'm taking pictures or doing videos or whatever. Fun, a blank planner. But I went upstairs to get my coffee, and then I was just like, what happened? So any noise in the background is my cat. She is having a wonderful time downstairs, making a mess of things. So we have Sagittarius today, and the solar plexus chakra is associated with Sagittarius. I don't think there's any conflicting information, but I've found this one website that I'm kind of going with their chakra correspondences because they seem to align with how I feel about it. So this other one says that Sagittarius is associated with the sacral chakra, and I could see that too. That kind of makes sense. See what this. Oh, again, the sacral chakra. Did I read this wrong? No, okay. The solar plexus just kind of felt right for me, but I can totally see sacral chakra. That makes sense. What are you doing? Stop. Let's see if there's any other ones. Oh, these are just regular chakra things. Okay, so I pulled out the solar plexus chakra, but if you are here and you would prefer sacral chakra, we'll do that too. I also pulled out this correspondences book to give you a little more stones to work with, because I only give a few in the planner, and just because that's what I am usually working with, but I understand that and recognize that not everybody feels the same way about the different energies associated with the zodiac. So I just wanted to be able to give you a little bit more information on that. But before we go into the information, we will start with the mantra. It's a really wonderful book to just have, and I kind of wish I had something like that when I was younger, first starting out with everything, because it's just a really nice reference book to just be able to pull off the shelf whenever you need something really quick. So yeah, it's a great, wonderful resource. I think it would, if I had it back then, it'd be a little bit more beat up because I would have been going to it so often, but yeah, I don't need it. So if you have your mala, if you're driving, please don't pull your mala out, but you can still do the chanting if you're driving. So the solar plexus mantra is RAM. Sacral is VAM if you prefer to do that, VAM. But I need all the solar plexus energy that I can get. So, okay, glad you made it to work. I need all the solar plexus energy I can get, so I will go with that one. But if you want to do VAM for sacral, that's perfectly fine. So take a deep breath, and here we go. Ram, 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 Ram. Okay, I hope kind of annoying. So let me know if that's a little too distracting. So, how are you feeling today? Um, the energy for Sagittarius feels way different than Scorpio for me. And I'm always really excited to move into Sagittarius because I tend to kind of like go to this like deep, dark place in Scorpio. So Sagittarius makes me like feel alive again. And I'm like, okay, let's go. I'm ready. Especially because um, the moon is still waxing, but my own personal cycle is waning. So um, even though it was a waxing Scorpio moon, I still kind of had this really low point yesterday. So and then like all I wanted to do all day yesterday was like go back. Please let me know if that is just way too distracting, and I will have her stop. But so I felt the shift into Sagittarius because all I wanted to do all day yesterday was to just crawl back into bed and like hide under the covers again. But then at like, let me see if I could find what time it shifted into Sagittarius. Then at like, we stayed up too late watching a TV show, and maybe it was just the TV show that like made me alert, but like I could not get to sleep last night. So like I had all this energy, and I have a lot of Sagittarius in my chart. So that's like normal for me. It's normal for me to have a lot of energy. even for a waning Sagittarius moon. Um, you feel tired but full of hope. That's good. And Sagittarius is like um, always seeking something, always seeking the truth or needing to go on an adventure, always ready for like the next thing. It's right at the end. Sagittarius season is right at the end of the year. So we're starting to think about the new year and where we want to go. We're starting to plan and think about all the things that we want to do. But because we shift into Capricorn season at the end of December, the Capricorn energy is more on like the planning, getting ready for the new year energy. Whereas Sagittarius is like, I'm gonna hang out here and have a little fun and party over the holidays. But I've still got my sights on the future, and you're ready. They're like ready to move forward, but they're they want to stay and hang out and have a good time before moving on to the next thing. So let's see what Daniel Blackwood says about Sagittarius season. I should have read it first because she's probably going to repeat some of the things that I said. Hey, you want to seal with the paper? But it's the most favorite fun thing ever. Okay. In many places in the Northern Hemisphere, the first snows of the approaching winter have already dusted the distant mountaintops. We feel a collective lightening as we turn to the task of understanding that which was unearthed while the sun is necessary. Oh, it's your ascendant. Okay. So you probably feel very connected to Sagittarius energy. I feel very connected to my rising sign. We feel a collective lightening as we turn to the task of understanding that which was unearthed while the sun transited Scorpio. So, I mean, this is talking about the transitioning from Scorpio season to Sagittarius season, but it still works with the moon energy. Like I was just saying, how just moving, like shifting from the 3 days that we were in Scorpio into Sagittarius feels like a lightning. Like it was dark and heavy and deep, and now we're shedding some light on it with the Sagittarius fire sign. It is the third of the threshold signs, taking us from autumn to winter, and it is aligned with the enthusiastic element of fire. Sagittarius is also the last of the fire signs, which started with the spark of new life that is Aries, passed through the ardent flame of self-actualization that is Leo, and now culminate with the visionary fire of Sagittarius. Sagittarius is the truth teller, the seeker of life's mysteries. Sagittarius is aligned with the impetus to develop knowledge and wisdom and resonates with the hero's journey, the archetypal quest. Throughout that journey, Sagittarius pushes the boundaries and aligns with several core archetypes along the way: the explorer, the hedonist, the philosopher, and the sage among them. Sagittarius is searching not only for the end point of individuation, but also ultimate meaning. And on her mission, she can cover a lot of ground. No stone is left unturned in the search for knowledge. Sagittarius is the heart of the seeker, the mind of the philosopher, and the unquenchable thirst for the next horizon. It's an unfolding royal road of the journey, and she will happily travel the unfolding inner and outer paths to see what's next around the bend. She is drawn by the mysteries of faraway lands, the scent of exotic spices, and the intoxication of different perspectives. She is the fire sign that will throw a few belongings into a backpack and hitchhike across Europe, staying on the couches of friendly strangers and collecting stories along the way. Sagittarius is ruled by expansive, magnanimous Jupiter, and as such is connected to the idea of faith and faith in self, faith in life, and the ability to see the big picture. Sagittarius asks, "What is my place in the universe?" She requires a great measure of personal freedom to fulfill her quest and cannot abide being tied down for so long. On her journey, especially in her younger years, Sagittarius occasionally aligns with the hedonist archetype, jumping in over her head and throwing caution to the wind. However, her unshakable faith in herself and genuine friendliness usually gets her out of many scrapes, giving Sagittarius the reputation for being lucky. At any rate, she gathers many allies on life's adventures and has an incredible time doing it. Sagittarius people are very well liked and well loved. And I mean, that's because they do want to stay for the party and they want to have fun. They don't want to be stuck doing mundane things. With the exception of the traveling part. Um, it doesn't necessarily have to be like physical travel. It's like a mind expansion travel, just finding the new ways of thinking, new ways of doing what everybody else, like just wanting to soak up as much knowledge as possible. And that doesn't have to be travel for everybody. That can be, I mean, exploring um, the depths of the subconscious because you have a Scorpio moon. Um, dreaming, and it doesn't necessarily have to be physical travel. Um, that might be, I mean, maybe like a more sun Sagittarius way of being. My my husband is a Sagittarius, and we moved around a lot, but we didn't like go places to visit to travel. Like we just moved from place to place. Um, I think that, like, partially because I have so much Sagittarius, that just like worked for us when we were younger. A knowledge seeker, yeah, because they want to know the truth. They're like, um, they just they're like ready for the new year and what's around the corner. And they don't want to have the same thing over and over and over again. And I mean, some people say that Sagittariuses are hard to be monogamous, but I've been with my husband for almost 18 years. We've been married for 9. Um, so, but I definitely have to give him a lot of freedom. And I mean, I don't really, I'm not like trying to have him on like a chain or anything like that. But if I like ask him to not do something, it's like, I mean, there's no point in asking him not to do something. And I don't really have that many reasons to ask him not to do things, but yeah, I don't know. And I, I don't really know why that is. I mean, I guess they're just always wanting to try new things. So that sometimes involves people. Um, but every zodiac sign has their thing that like has been portrayed as bad and oh all Sagittarius are like this. I mean, like Gemini is has a bad rap for um, well, they all have their shadow side. So, I mean, I guess, and it's just like when you put something so complex into mainstream media, it just gets like blown out of proportion. Um, the archetype of things, but and every Sagittarius I know is in a relationship. I think so. I don't know. Um, being ruled by Jupiter is also a very lucky planet, or a lucky sign to have. They tend to just like for someone who's not a Sagittarius to just like drop everything, pack a bag, and like go off on an adventure might have like everything go wrong. Whereas a Sagittarius person, it like everything will fall into place. They'll meet the right people that can help them out and give them a place to stay. And they're just kind of and very likable and sociable. Um, so yeah. Um, and I feel this, I don't know, I feel the sacral chakra energy because of the like not, or because of the just like being just the fire energy, but being inspired all the time to keep moving and looking for something new. I can totally see how that is sacral chakra energy. Um, but again, I can also see solar plexus energy too, because they have the confidence to keep going and they're not going to let anybody hold them back. They're just like, they have the will to move forward. And solar plexus energy is all about the willpower. Um, which, I mean, it's such different energy when we move into Capricorn. I mean, I guess they all are. And so the colors associated with Sagittarius are fire colors in a similar way to Aries and Leo, but because it's like in the winter season, it's like darker, deeper fire colors like purples, burgundies, maroon, just because it's like that dark season. Um, so those are good colors to wear today. And the stones that are related to it are amethyst for the purple color, but also for um, its crown chakra energy, which deals with wisdom and knowledge. Yeah, yeah, I see that. You're always thinking, and a lot of people have that problem. I mean, myself included. Of oh, well, once I get to this place, it'll be okay. Once X, Y, and Z happens, we'll be fine, or it'll work. Everything will work out. Yeah, that's a really. But you find it hard to live in the moment. I wonder. I think Sagittarius energy is like good at that because they're just like, oh, well, I guess I can see what how you're saying, like just wanting to get to the next thing instead of being content with like what you currently have. I guess I can see that. Yeah, that makes sense. But I do feel like they are happy to be where they are as long as there's not something better on the horizon. So I guess like if you think that something better is there. Oh, I mean, yeah, I mean, we're all a different combination of all the different energies in our chart, and that's why I love exploring the zodiac because it makes so much to like put yourself in. Oh, this is my sun sign, and this is like how I am, and this is how I'm supposed to be. It just it's not. There's so many other different aspects of it. And you're not going to have all of the qualities of one zodiac sign. Like something may feel right and ring true to you as well, but some of the aspects might not. And hopefully some of those aspects are the negative sides because I mean, like Leo's negative side is being egotistical and selfish. So you kind of like strive to not have those qualities. So for Sagittarius, um, maybe staying in one place is the challenge and being happy and being present, and that's the lesson in that aspect of your chart, to be content with where you are instead of continuing to move on to the next bigger better thing. um, but so amethyst, not only for the color but because it's um, a very wisdom knowledge stone. Um, Adventurine, um, which is it's known for like being a prosperity stone. This is a very, very light aventurine. It even like it was a gift and it came with this card for jade, but then I looked up the information about it on like I looked up the actual like listing where the person bought it and it said it was aventurine. So it might be jade, but I'm pretty sure it's aventurine. But aventurine is associated with, well, first of all, it's spelled AV, but most people confuse it as like adventurine, AD, like adventure. Um, but it's not spelled that right way. But a lot of people pronounce it as aventurine. Um, it sounds the same. So I think it's just kind of nice to actually associate it with Sagittarius because it has the word adventuring in it. Um, Even though it's not, it's AVEN, but it's associated with Jupiter, which is the planet associated with Sagittarius. And mostly you find that it's used for prosperity and abundance, but it's also good for luck and um, I lost my train of thought. For luck, like all the things that are associated with Jupiter. Like this is a very Jupiter stone. Um, oh yeah, so I want to look at these ones because I feel like um, Amazonite is a very Sagittarius stone um, because I associate it with Amazon women, and I just also kind of associate Amazon women with Artemis. And so that makes me think of arrows and that association. But I wanted to see if this book has. No, it doesn't have Amazonite listed in here. But I don't know, because I associate this stone with confidence and strength, specifically like feminine strength. And I just always associate it with Amazon women. And I think of them as being archers because they would take off their left breast so that they could shoot their arrow better. So I don't know. That's just how I feel about it. But it's not listed in this book. But the other stones that are listed in this book, which again is the um, complete book of correspondences, it's by Llewellyn or published by Llewellyn. So the gems and minerals that they recommend are amber, amethyst, azurite, emerald, herkimer diamond, iolite. Oh, I do have some iolite right here. Iolite's a very dark blue stone, and I guess it's associated with the third eye. So I guess I could see it just like unlocking wisdom, I guess. Um, Brown and yellow jasper, labradorite. Oh, that's right. I was looking for my labradorite this morning and I couldn't find it. So that is another one that I kind of use to balance Sagittarius energy because it like labradorite is it's a really great new moonstone for setting intentions and for like dreaming. So um, I feel like that helps with the aspect of wanting to physically move and physically needing to get out of situations. And that labradorite would help you stay in one place and dream about things a little bit more and go on like a more mental, visual dream meditation quest. Um, so that's why I put it with the balancing stones and the planner. Um, Lapis lazuli. Oh, I do have some lapis right here. This is another dark blue stone. It's a little brighter blue, and it also has flecks of pyrite in it, but doesn't seem to be showing up on the camera right there. Obsidian, opal, peridot, ruby, sapphire, sodalite, sphene, spinel, sugilite, topaz, tourmaline, and it says all of the tourmalines, black, green, and red. I have some black tourmaline right here. Turquoise, which is also the like technical gemstone for December, I think it is. So, and what was the last one? Red zircon is the last one. So forget what I said about Amazonite, I guess, because that's just my own personal opinion. So having a waxing Sagittarius moon phase is going to help us just kind of like push us a little bit further and grow and expand your vision for what your intentions were. Just in case you kind of got lost in that Scorpio watery energy, the Sagittarius energy kind of helps focus again and like set your vision and set your arrow. Okay, so you agree that Artemis corresponds with Amazonite, and Artemis is one of the goddesses that they list in here. So I don't know why they wouldn't feel that that gemstone corresponds. But I mean, like this book would be £1,000,000 and like this big if they did every single correspondence. I can't imagine like writing this book because it's just like the mind map that you would have to create in your head to like organize it all is just like, yeah. So I think that just like um, yeah, I think that they just probably had to limit it in some sort of way. So good. Amazonite is associated with Sagittarius now. It is official. Oh, that's a wonderful deity to be have be your like patron. Have you ever read the books? The what is I think the trilogy is called All Souls trilogy, and the first book is called The Discovery of Witches. Have you ever read that book? Um, okay, yeah, it's one of my favorite books. Very heavy on the Artemis or Diana archetype. I'm not watching the show though. I bought the subscription to whatever it is that you have to. Oh, okay, mine too. It's like my favorite book ever. I think. Um, I bought the subscription to watch the series, and I watched the first season, but then it took so long for it to come back. I just can't. I had to cancel it for like financial reasons. So I'm not caught up. I don't even know what season they're on. I think maybe, hopefully, just the second season. I've only missed one, but I don't know. Yeah, that's one of my favorite books too. So we're using this waxing. The light is still growing, and gibbous is meaning that the light is the moon is more than half lit. Um, And I guess why I feel like I need to reiterate this is because my personal cycle is waning, so I am kind of low on energy today. I was dragging yesterday because of Scorpio and all weekend really, but it's also because my own personal cycle is waning. So just figuring out like what that means for you. And I'm trying to come up with a system to assign numbers to the moon phases and kind of adding like your own personal phase with the current moon phase, and then like what the result is what your actual phase is, but it's not really working. I just have like this theory. But at least by assigning that number, you're able to see like the ebb and flow of your personal cycle. Because like if you are comparing it to the moon cycle, which is cyclical, like a cycle is, for me, my own personal cycle is more like a wave. There's like ebbs and flows to it, which I guess like if you straightened out the moon cycle, it would be an ebb and a flow. But for me, it's like really high highs and really low lows. Um, it's like I'm up here and then oh wait, I'm down here and then I'm up here and then I'm down here. But um, I'm trying to figure out a way to present that in a way that other people could try it out with their cycle and then see if like my theory is true. But anyways, we're almost to the full moon. So this energy is like I don't want to say the final push because that's kind of more last quarter energy, but it's like we're almost to the full moon, and it's just like you just want to like get all of the things done and readjust and change anything that you need to help you continue to go towards your goal. Because if your energy is waning, or if you're just like it's not working and getting just distracted, you might be likely to just give up or not do it. Or but this is the time to like stay focused and use the Sagittarius energy to just like keep going, don't give up, you can do it, you can shine your light. um, and a lot of times it kind of feels like if you are like achieving your goals and going towards your dreams and it's like working, it kind of gets scary, especially once that spotlight goes on you and the full moon is coming and the full moon is illuminating and showing you that, oh wow, this is working. It might be a little bit scary. So that is another thing to that like you might hesitate and be like, oh wait, maybe I'm not ready. I don't want the light shining on me, and I don't I or just like it's scary to get what you want sometimes. And so the waxing gibbous energy is just like keep going, you're almost there. And then when we get to the full moon, we can see everything because everything is all lit up, and we're able to figure out what to do next, or we're able to like relax a little bit, like okay, this is working, it's going to be okay, and I'm okay with it working, I feel good about it working. And you're able to relax a little bit and give yourself a break, give yourself a pat on the back, celebrate, have a drink, and say, all right, now I can kind of chill out, now I can like figure out what I need to keep moving forward, and use like the waning half to get ready um, for rest and recuperation, because you've been working so hard and it's exhausting like working so hard and keep going. So um and I don't know, I think that um really noticing like how you are feeling every day allows you to be able to plan for things. So now, because for me, I know that like by next week, I'm not going to have a lot of energy. I'm not going to. So I need to use this last bit of light that I personally am able to grab onto and to prepare for next week and prepare to do food prep because my brain doesn't work and I don't know how to cook dinner anymore because that happens to me all the time. um, and just getting things that like getting all the things done that like the stupid little like I've got laundry going, like all the chores. I need to like just all the things get them out of the way because I know that I'm not going to have energy next week. And then I know after that, so in 2 weeks, when the moon is waning and when we're all getting ready for the new moon, I know that I have this other little burst of energy. So I'm like, I give myself a break when I have low energy because I know that another burst of energy is coming. And so I'm like, I'm able to like allow myself to rest and allow for that to just to let things go, to not be upset about not getting them done or not having the energy to do it. And but that's just like now I know that it took a very long time to figure that out after for tracking for so long. But then once you finally figure it all out, it's going to change. The moon is going to stay constant. So at least by learning the moon phases, you understand how that energy works. And then if your cycle changes or if your mood changes or something happens in your life that and things shift, it just happens. But and you're able to like readjust and get back on track. I find that the longer you've been doing it, the easier it is to get back on track. And that was like the big thing that I've kind of felt like helped me like continue with it is because it only takes like a few days to get back on track because of the shift in the zodiac sign or the shift in the season. So, my music cut off again. Oh, it says it's playing. Um, so let me know if you have any questions because I know I kind of ramble and I'm all over the place a lot of times. So um, let me know if you have any questions. The um, I hope that like that this is working out for you, like sticking with it for an entire month and having some sort of hand holding or guidance throughout it because I know that there are times when you just kind of drop off and fall out of it. But then knowing that we're all in this together, it's like it's easier to like get back on track. And once you've really completed an entire moon cycle, it just makes sense. It just keeps going and like builds on itself. And there's all these other layers. And then adding your own cycle into it, it just keeps building and growing. And it just like things just start to flow instead of like fighting against things and having them not work out, which I've done for a very long time. And it's a waste of energy. It's a waste of energy to be fighting the rhythm that lives within you and that lives within the world around us. So we will be in Capricorn Thursday, and I'm still going to do a live video on Friday for the full moon, um, which is technically in Aquarius, but it kind of feels like it's still in Capricorn because it's going to be happening like late at night. Like late at night on the East Coast, and then it actually is more like Saturday morning for West Coast. Um, and but yeah, I will see you Thursday for Capricorn, and then Friday for Aquarius. And oh, I haven't picked a card yet. So I'm just going to pick a card for anybody who is here now and whoever will be watching later. Empowered oneness. Allow yourself to see the light in others, and you will illuminate your own being. For when you hold others with deep respect, you shine that same light upon yourself. Let this light radiate from deep within you, bringing energies of power, prosperity, and courage to all who cross your path. The process becomes easy and automatic once you remember that we are all one. You are being called upon to embody unity consciousness as a source of power in the world. The crystal is golden calcite and the herb is turmeric. I put turmeric in my coffee every morning. It turns my teeth yellow and turns everything it touches yellow, but it really does help with inflammation. And when you're feeling better and not in pain, you're able to support and help others. So it's important to take care of yourself and so that you save your energy, you fill your well up and you're able to help others and shine your light on others. Because I really believe that nobody succeeds unless we all succeed, and that everybody is capable of um, living the life that they imagine. Like there's no kind of changing your thinking from poverty consciousness to prosperity consciousness, and in this case for this card, unity consciousness, believing that like we can all lift each other up and support each other and encourage each other. And Sagittarius energy is very fiery and it helps you like light the spark in other people. So imagine just like shooting arrows at all the different people in your life that you feel like need encouragement or need that little push. Kind of like Cupid, except with confidence and willpower. Yeah, so I will see you tomorrow, no, Thursday at 9 o'clock. And let me know if any of this information resonates with you. Let me know if you need help looking at your chart. Let us know where Sagittarius is in your chart. Mine is all grouped in the 10th house, which is my career. So I tend to focus on work stuff when the moon is in Sagittarius. So I'll see you later. Bye.